Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Being Present in Real Estate. So, everyone gets into real estate for a reason, whether it be love of houses, wanting to help people, money, because, we all need to make a living. But if your first response to the question of why did you get into real estate is, show me the money, then you're in this business for the wrong reason. I'm Danielle Shepard, host of Being Present in Real Estate. And today we're going to discuss how your focus in real estate should not be all about the money. I remember my first year in real estate, and I was one of those part-time agents. You always hear about, can't be a part-time agent. Well, yes, you can. And we are still real agents when we're part-time agents. I had to do it part-time at first because I still had bills to pay. Um, but I knew that this was something I was going to do after I retired, mainly because my husband said I was too young to retire and I still had to work, but that I digress. So we'll move on from that. Anyway, yes, part-time agents can make it. My first year in real estate, I met a young military couple, first time home buyers, loved them. And all I could think about was how excited they were by every house, literally every house. After 16 houses, they were excited about every house the same way they were excited about the first house. So I started to think, I don't think we're ever going to find the house. I didn't think they were going to pick one house because every house they were just so excited about. But after weeks of spending money, my gas, because before COVID, real estate looked a little differently. We would take everybody in our cars, chauffeur them around, buy them drinks at McDonald's, maybe have a lunch sometimes. Showing sometimes lasted a few hours. You would see a lot of houses. But we all rode together, so it was a little different. So I was beginning to wonder if they were really serious buyers. And we all come across people like that where we wonder. And I started focusing on me instead of them. And then it happened. We actually did find the house. The house when you walk in and you just know that's the house. You have this sigh because it feels, well, like home. Getting to that closing table, I didn't think about my check. I didn't think about all the money I had spent on gas and drinks and lunch, and I didn't think about all that. I thought, and I didn't think about my 50-50 commission split, which, back then working for a corporate brand was pretty standard. But at that closing table, looking at this young couple, I thought about their journey and what led us here and their joy in this moment. And then it hit me and it happened. We all started crying. They were so happy when I handed them their keys to their very first home. They cried, I cried, the title lady cried. We were a whole hot mess of crying people. But it's in that moment that you realize real estate is not about the money. It's about the people. And it's about helping others realize their lifelong dream of owning a home and developing their roots in a community and a family. This is what real estate is about, fulfilling dreams of home ownership. Now, of course, the money's nice and needed, but this feeling is fulfilling. So after this closing, I knew my why. Do you know your why? Why are you in real estate? Are you in real estate to help people or to get a fat paycheck? Now, I'm not trying to say that being in real estate for money is bad because we have to pay bills, but it shouldn't be your main or only reason. That real estate lifestyle that we see on HGTV and Million Dollar Listing, yeah, it's enticing. I get that. But that is not what should drive you in this business. Clients need to know that you are not driven by money, by your commission. You know, that whole fiduciary duty thing. They need to know that you are there for them and their best interest. Last week, one of my agents was telling me about a situation with one of his sellers. He had spent weeks working with them, getting their home ready for the market so they could be able to buy their forever home out in the country. They were working on comps and marketing and pricing strategies. And he had gone to the house multiple times with listing docs in hand and so I mean, just he had done everything he needed to do for these people. And it was great. You know, that's what you're supposed to do as a real estate agent. So he went to the house one final time and he had his listing docs with them, sat down with them, getting ready to get everything signed. When he got there, the seller wanted to have a conversation. And he's like, great, always open a conversation. And the seller said, you know, we've kind of looked at everything and we've decided that instead of selling the house, I think we're going to put it into property management and see about renting it and then just kind of keeping it instead. I was really, I love our agents, and this is one of the reasons why, because he took it in stride and said, you have to do what is best for your family, and I understand. If anything changes, just let me know. The seller was so taken aback by his stance that he didn't have this used car salesman kind of attitude about it. But he told the agent, bro, which I love it when they talk like that. That's like funny to me. But he said, bro, the way you handled that, you are now my agent for life. Like, you have my complete loyalty. Um, because you didn't try to convince me, you just accepted my decision, and that showed me your character. So you're going to be my realtor for life. That one simple gesture of putting the client's needs above his own won loyalty from this client. Now, fast forward a week, they had a change of heart and they decided to go ahead and sell instead of putting it in property management. And guess who they called? Um, and their house in Flickerville is on the market if you know anybody looking for a house. Because they're under contract on their country home and we need to get that other house sold. So anyway, moral of the story is client first and the money will come. People respond when you're genuine. And when you put their needs above your own, no matter how much you have put into the work and no matter how much you have put into the listing or the buyer or whatever, no matter how much you have put in financially or time wise, if you put the needs of your client first, it will come back to you. Now, when clients see that you genuinely care about them, they will use you for all of their real estate needs. And then guess what? And they'll recommend you to their friends. So how does all this relate to being present in real estate? When you to continue to keep your clients present of mind, we keep their needs first. We keep our duties and responsibilities to them first, putting their interest of our clients above all others. I think we have heard that before, Texas Realtors. It's kind of in our IABS. Number one, under minimum duties required by law on the IBS. Seen that before. So, as I close out this episode that I'm so excited that y'all have tuned in for, please remember, it's not all about the money. And if you think it is, you may want to have a conversation with yourself first. Conversation with yourself first. And then maybe have a conversation with your broker. And then even message me. I would be glad to talk to you about it. Talk to you about why it is important to find your why when you're going into real estate. So, till next time, like and subscribe and follow and all of those other techie things that you got to do to make me popular. Thanks for listening to Being Present in Real Estate and to tuning in. Be kind, be present. Thank you, everyone. Talk to you next week.